Okay, so I'm going to go over some tips on how to beat this new Stygian Onslaught, just because I feel like this video might be useful for some people. So, let's start off with the Drake. The main thing that you want to do with the Drake is go ahead and grab yourself 2 high damaging elements. Right now, I have Nefa here, and I have Nevi. Typically, when I use this team to go through the Drake, it's basically just, switching between Electro and Hydro, and that allows it to sort of split between those 2 elements, allows me to do constant damage to the Drake, and yeah, it works out pretty well. Whereas if you were to use a team like Mavwika, Silali, Bennett, Shieldon, it's really only going to target the Pyro. But the issue, and you're also not going to be able to do enough damage with Silali to actually get into another phase where it resists Cryo. So you just need 2 high damaging elements. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually use Skirk here because it's a team that I have not used against this at all, really. So what this should do is allow me to have Furina as my Hydro damage dealer. Now, it might be useful to, we'll test this out, obviously, but it might be useful to actually go ahead and put Yelan here instead of Shenhe because we want more Hydro damage, right? You can't have an imbalance of your damage. That's really what you're trying to, have here. A, just regular damage dealing team that doesn't really give you crazy imbalances overall. So let's keep going, and there we go. We will eventually, I believe it's in quarters, so once you deal 25% of his HP, you'll start to see that, oh yeah, we actually have, whatever, and such, damage. So let's go ahead here, and we should start seeing that, Cryo is now resisted, and yeah, we are still doing damage to him. But, yeah, Cryo Res is now resisted, so you can still do damage with Cryo, but as you can see, the Hydro hits are hitting for 24,000, and my, my Skirk is actually doing, 6,000 or whatever. And now, we're going to switch to Hydro because, well, actually, no, it does, so it won't repeat the same, because we definitely did more damage with our Cryo characters, gonna be honest. But as you can see here, very easily sweep with the Cryo character, Skirk here. And, yeah, as you can see, we're just going to go ahead, let Furina do the last little bit here. So, yeah, you're not doing no damage with your, characters here, but certainly not doing a lot of damage. So, I got by because my Skirk was just that strong, whereas, we probably should have added Yelan. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. We're going to add Yelan instead of Shenhe, and we're going to see the sort of damage difference. Or the time difference is what we should see, right? But yeah, now he's going to decrease his Hydro Res, and we're going to keep doing this. So we're going to go ahead, start off all of the stuff here. We should easily go back into the Cryo Res decrease here. I'm actually going to do this. And, yeah, there's that. And we should see a little bit there. Now, that was a little cheesy of me to do because I did, kind of inflate our time, but just to show you guys, 62 seconds. Really, all that would have happened was that he would have switched and, done Hydro. It would have been the whole thing again. But, really, again, what you want to do is sort of abuse the fact that he has a very, it's a weird window because a lot of the times, instead of doing, 25%, immediately his Cryo Res got increased. Rather than that, it was, 25%, oh no, but then his Cryo Res would then increase. And what that would allow me to do is hit him a lot, past 25%, let's say 35%, and then I only needed 15% more to be done by Hydro before it decreased the Cryo Res again, increased the Hydro Res, and allowed Skirk to go through fully. So you saw quite a bit there that it was very easy to cheese his mechanic there, with Skirk just constantly doing a load of Cryo hits, doing a lot of damage, and overall being very good. Now, for this next boss, you are absolutely going to want Lauma. Now, Lauma is a character that is a little hard to use, so I will be doing one, extra time of this without Lauma. So, with this boss, we're gonna go ahead and just have a whole bunch of Dendro cores there. Now, as we see here, we're waiting on his cores to drop. Now, you would have to see that once a, Dendro core hits this thing, it actually then it decides to, become a, thing. Yep, there we go. Once a Dendro core hits one of these things, it does work out very well, and it does, get rid of whatever. So, let's go ahead. I'm just going to do damage to him now. We're going to wait till all the bursts are active, and then he's back into his, state again, and then I will go ahead and go over this again. But yeah, all you really need is Dendro cores to go ahead and hit these little, I don't know, mushroom plant things, and you will be very, very rewarded just by that, and they will destroy his shield for him, and we'll go ahead and start doing this, and really hoping on to, you know, winning this. Honestly, might win this before he does his second shield. No, he's in the air. No, he's not. Okay, apparently he's not. Now he's in the air. All right, so one thing I'm going to do with Lauma here is we're going to go ahead. Oh, no, he's done his whole thing. Hold E, and now look at all those cores there. Destroyed his shield. You know, you just need to hit him with Dendro, really, from what I see. But it works out pretty well for him. So let's go ahead and just finish this guy off. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with Nahida and show off, you know, how easy that can be or how hard that can be. Maybe we'll see. I haven't used Nahida against this guy. There we go. Yeah, not too bad at all. Not too hard. Whatever. Kind of playing around on. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to be farming while I record this video. Yeah, I forgot about that. There we go. Okay, so I'm simply gonna come in with Nahida, and we're gonna see how well this goes. Now, it's very obvious to me. A lot of people are using Nahida with this. If you don't know, because I didn't know, this is actually not the devs doing this. This is your friends list and also just people overall in Genshin doing this. So Nahida being up here just means that instead of Lauma, people are using Nahida. So, you know, for this boss specifically, you do need Dendro. There's, I mean, I haven't tried it without Dendro, but I would honestly not be surprised if you actually just needed Dendro. So we're going to go ahead. I think I'm going to wait till he does his shield, and I'm just going to go ahead and, yep, okay. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to see what a hold E with Nahida does. So here we go. Now, that allows you to mark quite a bit of characters. Yeah, I think you need Hydro to be applied there. And there we go. So there we go. Yep, not bad at all. And, of course, we can just come back here and start this off. So not bad at all. Very easy to do. You know, what, 13,000 blooms. Not necessarily amazing, but very easily doable with Nahida, honestly. It's not hard at all with Nahida. You know, you just got to make sure that you're focusing on marking as many of these small shroom structures that this guy creates, and then you should be fine. There's no real need to worry or anything. You'll be fine, right? Now, obviously, it does decrease your damage overall quite a bit, you know, not having Lauma here, but, you know, we should... I'm going to clear this just to prove that you can clear it, so I'll be doing that, so don't worry. Don't worry, chat. We'll all be fine. Nobody's gonna die. I will say, though, quite a bit harder. It is definitely quite a bit harder to do this because I'm not even, like, I'm not so certain that I'm going to be able to do this. So I think very much so we can say that it's certainly harder without Lauma. But, okay. I mean, I don't have the proper... Yeah, alright. Well, I mean, it's possible, but I clearly didn't do it. Yeah. Yeah. That's so close. I was so close. I'll retry and just have this go again. I'm not gonna. And here we go. So certainly a lot harder with Lauma or without Lauma, but we did end up, you know, defeating it. You know, not too bad. I did 2 tries, defeated it. Not too bad. All right, so let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll just go ahead and check the artifacts. It's bad, no. All right, well, that's basically all you really need to do. Just mark off the guy, and you'll be completely fine. Just mark off his little shroom structures with Dendro, and, you know, you'll be fine. Just use a team. Hydro, you don't even need Electro. You can just have Hydro and Dendro on your team, and then, I mean, Mavuika. Would Mavuika work as Burgeon? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Might try it later. We'll maybe later in the video we'll try it. Okay, so now for this guy, the, you know, obviously you want electro characters. Now, I've been told that you can just use Overload, which we will try now. We will go ahead and try just using Overload. Don't know how useful or how good this is gonna be. Yeah, as far as it goes for, you know, using this, I'm not so confident in just using this. Now, it does work to a certain extent. If I got, yeah, I didn't get it in time, yeah. So, not too great, honestly. Like, trying to use Mavuika here to get us all of our, you know, things here. I don't see really this going well for us. Yeah, you would have to have a pretty strong Overload team to try and use this as, you know, your overall thing. Maybe something like Arlecchino and, you know, other Overload teams, right? Mavuika Overload or something would work, but as far as I can see, we did get that off, so that's good in my eyes. Now, let's go ahead, see if we can go and... No, get off. We do need to be very, 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 you know... Come on, we're very close. We're very close. Give me another E-skill. Come on, Barissa. Come on, just a little more. Just a little more. We didn't get it. Yeah. You'd have to have a very, very strong Varissa or something in order to do overload here. You can get this shield done with just pure damage. Now let's go ahead. I'm gonna try and just use Mulan, just maybe to see the sort of damage you can put out, and then we'll go ahead with a proper way of just making sure you can beat it. But you know, just to see, maybe you don't have, you know, the best, you know, teams. I'm gonna use Kazuha because I haven't built for this right now. All right, so we have that. That's swirled. Yes, okay. And I do need to make sure. Yeah, you know, we're not getting this one done. Yeah, no, that one, no, we're good. All right, so that one's not gonna work on us. So I'm going to show off how to beat it just normally. You know, just if you're wondering, you know, oh man, I need a way to beat this. I'm gonna try first, sort of a, you know, more free to play friendly, you know, team comp. We're just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna have Fischl, Xingqiu, and could Bennett work with this? I think he could. I think just 3-4 stars. Let's just see, because now that I know how this works and it's just purely based off damage, shouldn't be too bad. First things first, the most important thing is we need to get Xingqiu energy. That is the most important thing. So his energy has to be prioritized. All right. Now we have this, and we'll go ahead with this. Yes, giving me energy. Grab Fischl, grab Xingqiu, and now this should work out pretty well for us. Yeah, we do need to make sure. Maybe, no, I don't think Kazuha would have been a good idea. We do just need to keep doing damage to the shield. Yes, alright, come on. Just keep doing damage to the shield. Alright, this is really not good. Yeah, Fischl doesn't have the... Alright, I'm gonna go with Raiden. Alright, so try to use a very free-to-play friendly team, but I'm gonna go with Raiden just because Fischl's having issues with energy because I've never built her for Stygian. I'm trying to, you know, just make it so, because I'm assuming that, you know, Electro DPSs, if I'm being entirely honest, other than Raiden, are not popular. Raiden is the only real popular, you know, sort of electro DPS. Sadly, it is true. I would say that is probably true, that Raiden is the only popular electro DPS. Wow, what? Huh? Okay, so I guess... Huh, what? Oh, Raiden isn't... Alright, that's an interesting point. Raiden doesn't target this guy. Okay, well... Alright, Enefa. Alright, I'll break Enefa time. Alright, let's go. So bringing, you know, Enefa in here because Raiden doesn't actually attack the guy. Yeah, I was very confused, but then, yeah, Raiden has some weird issues when she wants to target things sometimes, so, yeah, it can be a little annoying. Alright, so we're gonna have that, we're gonna have this. Alright, time to go with this, and let's get this started. Let's go. So now, he's not regenerating his shield at all. The only thing is, because I'm using Arlecchino, this guy's electric strikes are really... Are they gone? Maybe they're gone. It's very plausible that they are just gone. Yeah, let's go ahead here. You do this, 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 and this, and yes, and there we go. All right, so now we are free range to just beat this guy's butt. All right, there we go. Yes, and let's keep going and defeating this guy. And not too bad at all, really. I do have a C2R1 Arlecchino, so yeah, it is certainly a lot more damage, but you just need to copy, you know, another character who can, you know, output this much damage, really. That's all you're looking for, which isn't too hard considering the landscape of the game nowadays. So, yeah, Arlecchino, while she is good, she isn't, like, that insane, right? So, here we go. Yeah, get out of here. And, I mean, Mulan maybe could do this with an Electrocharge team, right? You know, it's not too bad. And can I get this? Can I get this? We are so close. Oh, it could have been so good. It could have been so good. Oh, come on. Yes, 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 yes! Alright, sweet. Oh, great. That's actually a record time for me. Alright, because I didn't have him go into his shield state again. Nice. I mean, I'll take it. Not bad. So yeah, really all you need is really high damage and then electric charge. You can use electro DPSs, you can use Hydra DPSs, but it is not required. You just need really high damage, right? You need high damage the entire time. Let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna do, Fiorina, Enefa, Mavuika, and Bennett, or maybe Shionen. I'll go with Bennett just because my Shionen is C2. It's a little more realistic. If I'm making a guide, I'm gonna try and stray away from using Shionen. Oh, Oh, I don't have it. Never mind. We're not gonna stray away from using shield on it. I need Nightsoul. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Nightsoul. Mavweek is C2 anyways, but I just want to show, like, you know, if you have a insanely powerful character, I guess I could say, you know, you can use her. So let's go ahead, Shilonen. Yeah. So if you have insane power with, you know, Mavweeka here, and, you know, she is C2, but Mavweeka should be doing more damage than Arlecchino in the first place. So let's go ahead and get this going. Fiorina being so low, a little concerning. Yeah, this is super easy. Yep. All right, well, we're already done with 2 of his shields, so not bad at all. And we got this. We're gonna go ahead, throw the Q skill down, throw the E skill down. We're gonna throw the Q skill down for Fiorina, and then we're gonna pop a Mavweeka Q skill. Boom, 1.1 million damage, and yeah, this is gonna go down. Yep. Now, we're not staggering him nearly as much as I would have thought. No, that's interesting. But, yeah, we're gonna... This will be my new record if he doesn't do his shield again. If he doesn't pop his shield again, this is my new record. Yep, okay. Well, not bad at all. Again, you just need really high damage because his shield goes down based on damage, and you just need Electrocharge on top of that, because all Electrocharge is doing is really subduing his amount of regen on his shield. Like, I can go ahead and quickly point out this is pretty good. This is pretty good. All right. Okay. So, let's go ahead. I just want to point out, like, before and after, you know, Electrocharge, when you look at his shield regen. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to pop Mavweeka's Q to destroy a lot of his shield. No, I need... Okay, all right, we got close to him. So, popping Mavweeka's Q, look how fast it's regenerating. Look how fast it's regenerating. So now, I'm going to pop, you know, Fiorina and stuff. Look how not fast it's regenerating at all. We're literally destroying it more than we... Yeah, like, hold on. Get rid of that. Stop. All right, I'm going to... Okay, well, Anetha's still destroying it. But like, look how slowly now without Electrocharge, that's how fast it was going up. A little, I was just trying to show you guys that is all Electrocharge really is doing. Once you trigger it on the shield, it massively decreases the regen, which allows you to just go ahead and destroy it. So yeah, not bad at all, honestly. You know, the Stygian, once you've learned its mechanics, you know, even with Nahida, you know, you don't need Lauma for the crab guy. Just use Nahida, hold her E skill, do that thing, and then, you know, the Dendro cores will hit the little shroom guys that, you know, go ahead, and yeah, you'll be fine. You genuinely, there's not really much else to say. This is probably a very, very, you know, like, I want to say very easy Stygian, but, you know, I was questioning whether it's the hardest Stygian, and, well, I honestly can't remember there being a Stygian that once I've kind of learned everything about it, it's been hard at all, really. Like, even, I guess the turtle, the Electro Turtle from last one, right? Was it last one, or was it the one before? But the Electro Turtle from, it was one before, it would still kill me, right? It was still really tough to get through, because it was just really, you know, not, it's just so powerful, right? It was just like, oh, I'm spinning now. If you try and hit me, you're done. Now, well, it wasn't like, it was never really a time constraint with the turtle. It was more about not dying on the turtle. So you could consider that more difficult, because it was genuinely like he could take you out at any time if you're kind of playing domly and not, you know, avoiding him and stuff. But other than that, like, I really do like Stygian, because once you learn the mechanics, it is a lot easier to just go ahead and defeat it, right? You just need to know the mechanics, know what team archetypes fit with the Stygian boss, and then you're easily able to defeat it. Now this is from someone who has every single 5.0 character, right? This is, you know, like, I am in a very privileged position comparatively to someone who's like a free-to-play player who's, you know, had to skip Skirk or something, right? Like, I although I didn't use Skirk at all when my first time clearing this, but like, I have all, you know, 5.0 characters. I guess you could say Mizuki I don't have, but Mizuki isn't like a 5.0 character who matters. So I'm at a very privileged position, and I'm going to get, you know, I just got Lauma, I'm going to get, you know, Flynn's. I might get Flynn's C2R1. We'll see what happens, just to see how strong he is, because Flynn's is looking to maybe be competing with Risley in terms of my favorite character. So we'll see. But yeah, overall, that's how I feel about Stygian. That's how you clear the Stygian. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.